aircraft. We do have some breaking news right now of a really scary incident there happening at Reagan International Airport in the Washington, D.C. area. That's from our Fox 5 Skycam right now. According to D.C. Fire and EMS, I want to put this tweet up here. Take a look at what they are reporting, that confirmed that a small aircraft is down in the Potomac River vicinity near Reagan National Airport. They say fireboats are on the scene, and you can see just how massive of a emergency management response is going on right now. So it's about 9:18 there in the nation's capital. If you're familiar with Reagan, if you're familiar with DCA, you know that parts of the tarmac are right near the Potomac River shore, and that is what we are learning, that confirmed, according to DC Fire, that a small aircraft is down in the Potomac River vicinity of Reagan Airport. Fireboats are on the scene. So I want to be very precise with our language here. I'm not entirely sure if that means that this small aircraft is down in the Potomac, fully near the Potomac, or say near the tarmac, near the Potomac at DCA here. So we are working to get all of that confirmed. Those are the questions I have right now, but they did confirm that fireboats are on the scene. So whatever emergency management response this is, those fireboats have been deployed for their relevant tasks, whether or not that is trying to rescue the aircraft, those on board the aircraft, and the like here. So we're going to stay in this. This is the only shot that we have right now. Some of our Fox 5 DC colleagues are also working to learn more details here. Take a look at this. From Shirin Raji there, saying confirmed small aircraft down in the Potomac River near Reagan. Fireboats on the scene. Reagan National saying all takeoffs and landings have been halted at DCA. Now the terminals remain open. Okay, so another new piece of information. It seems like a ground stop is in place there at Reagan International Airport. Yes, the terminals remain open, but no planes are landing, no planes are departing right now as we speak at Reagan. Let's take it back live here. This is our vantage point from this Fox 5 Skycam looking over the Potomac near Reagan. And you can see, though, how many of those flashing lights there are on the scene. So remember, details are very preliminary at the moment. Information is very scarce at the moment. We do not know what type of aircraft went down. All we know is it is a small aircraft, according to DC Fire. We don't know how many people were on board that said small aircraft. And hopefully those details will become more apparent in the minutes and hours ahead. So as you know, in the D.C. area, 3 major airports serve the D.C. area. Reagan, also known as DCA. Then you got Dulles. And then you, of course, have Baltimore Airport as well, not too far away. But you can see there a lot of flashing lights, a lot of sirens. Appears they're all kind of congregated there. We also have somewhat of a zoomed out vantage point. Let's take that. This is just another angle. Oh, okay, in this angle, you can see the tarmac there. You can see even some planes still taxiing what appears to be. Wow, I thought we were under the impression that there is a ground stop. From what we understand, there is a ground stop right now at Reagan. But right now, look at all of that emergency response. So this is shaping up to be quite the breaking news story right now. Remember, information is very preliminary and is very scarce. And that's what happens during these very fluid breaking news situations. All we know, according to DC Fire, is that a small plane has confirmed crashed. And we're also learning from Reagan Airport itself that all takeoffs and landings have been halted at DCA. They say emergency personnel are responding to an aircraft incident on the airfield, but the terminals remain open. So right now, that is what I'm grappling with. Is this small plane crash on the tarmac, on the airfield, or in the Potomac? Okay, D.C. police saying this, that Metropolitan Police Department, they're responding to an apparent air crash in the Potomac River. They say multiple agencies are responding. Details to come. Okay, so there you have it. That answered my question on whether or not the crash took place on the airfield near the Potomac shore or in the Potomac itself. D.C. police saying the apparent air crash is in the Potomac River. And might I add, I'm not trying to compare stories by any means, but mere weeks ago, at about this very time, we were over a similar scene at the Arlington National Bridge that spans the Potomac of reports that a truck had collided with a car and plunged deep below into the Potomac. And we learned later that the driver and the passenger, they were brothers, perished from that very crash when their car submerged into the Potomac on a very snowy, blizzardy, wintry night here. So that was the last kind of transportation accident having to do with the Potomac River that we brought you here. On Live Now from Fox, of course, this is an entirely different situation because it does involve now a small aircraft. Another key piece of information that we'll be working to get you is whether or not this aircraft was landing at the time or taking off at the time. We don't know what type of aircraft it is. We don't know how many people were on board. We don't know either where it was going or where it was coming from. It's a flight manifest or flight itinerary. Like I said, we just got this about 5 minutes ago, and information is scarce. Details are preliminary at the moment.